Hello, I wanted to come on today and shoot this video. I'm about to start a project of taking this couch apart and reupholstering it. Yeah, I've never done this before. Will be my first time, and of course I wanted to film it. Here is kind of like day one, but I've kind of already started because I've been preparing for maybe a week or so. I've had this couch for over 20 years. I got this when I first moved out of my parents' house. So I was 26 when I moved out of my parents' house. So it's pretty old. I've been debating on what I wanted to do with this couch. I actually called an upholstery company to see how much it was. And this was probably over a year ago, maybe even 2 years, but it was just way too much money. It was basically like, you might as well get another couch. And we were debating on doing that, but I just really hate to get rid of this because it's really in good shape. Other than like the base fabric, the cushions are still really firm. Yeah, so I got this bright idea to reupholster it, and I'm just gonna take you along for the ride. So here's the before. And today is June 24th, so we'll see how long this takes me. It's just really dirty. If you can see like the discoloration of it, it's really dirty. It has a skirt, which I don't plan to replace. I'm gonna actually start taking that off today. I already started taking this off because I wanted to see what was underneath before I actually took the whole thing apart. So I'm gonna just take this skirt apart. I don't think I'm gonna replace the skirt to kind of give it a more updated look. It has gone through a couple moves. I moved to Cincinnati back in 2008, and I think I might have gotten a hole or two in the upholstery. And then when we moved here a few years ago, I think it might have gotten another hole. So here's one hole. And here's the other hole. I'm gonna have to put a little more padding in this little area, or at least like stuff some cushion in it, because it's definitely a hole. So I watched a couple videos on YouTube. So I started here to just kind of pick it apart and see if it was kind of similar to the design that I saw on YouTube, and it is. Here's how the back looks. So it's in pretty good condition, as you can see. It's just a nice regular sized couch. This is the before, and we're gonna get started. I haven't gotten all my tools, but I do have this. This is basically a staple remover. I got this when I was recovering some valances for my mother-in-law. So I'm gonna get started with taking off the skirt. It also has a piece of piping here, so I'm gonna take that off too. It's pretty hot this week, and our AC actually just went out. Well, it didn't just go out, but we were having issues with it last year, and it was toward the end of the summer. So this year we were gonna get it fixed, and comes to find out we need to replace the whole unit, and it's super expensive. So I'm doing this in our living room, of course, so it's not as hot down here. I need to get a little pan for the little staplers though, so I don't step on those. So it's pretty hot. It's not as hot right now. It's 79 outside. So that's the end of the piping. I'm gonna take these staplers or staples out of here so I don't get hurt. And then I need to go get something, a little box to put these staples in. All right, so that's piece one. It's not hard, but you just gotta get underneath the staple to push it out. And since they've been in here for years and years and years, they're in there. in this one video I watched, she didn't take out every single staple. She just kind of pulled the fabric out if it came out, kind of like this. She kind of ripped it. So I'm not reusing this anyway. So, but I just got to be careful with this card. Well, this cardboard doesn't have the tacks like this one, like that piece. So, but I still want to be careful. There are still some staples in here. Actually, might be better to get this staple remover under the piping. Yeah, that seems like it's a little better with trying to get it out. I think they are stapled separately though. Okay, I need to open the door. I'm roasting. It's not much breeze though. I'm gonna have to bring my fan down here. So this is essentially my summer project, among others. That sound is basically the staple coming out of the wood. There's 2 skirt pieces down here, by the way. So this middle, where they met, was really like pinned in there good. So that's what I've been struggling with. You can see right here where it was like a ton of staples to keep those 2 pieces together. I did that pillowcase up over there, that one pillow. I took the cover off of it the other day because I was gonna start undoing just the pillow covers first, but I'm like, no, I'll do the pillow covers later. I want to do like the major part of it first, and then I'll do the covers. If wrapping the whole couch doesn't work out, it really is pointless to have a whole bunch of pillows made up. I'm adventurous, by the way. I don't know what it is, but I get these ideas in my head, and I was like, oh yeah, I can do that. The piping is also attached here, but it's sewn together in the middle, so that it's like a continuous piece. So I might, oh yeah, I can reuse this piping. So I was gonna buy a roll of piping, but I can just uncover these pieces and use them. I don't think I'm gonna use piping on the pillows when I cover those though. I'm going to actually do a reverse French seam on them. So that's my next piece. So far I have 3 pieces removed, and they have these cardboard strips on them. So I'm gonna have to get some more of these. Even though I'm not doing the skirt, it's other areas where I need the cardboard strips. And let me show you the details of this too. So you can see right here, there's a little pleat. When I'm wrapping that, I'll know how to do that. And then up here, you can see that they pulled that around and stapled it, and then kind of tucked that, and then like worked that in there so they could kind of get that tucked and laid like this way. So I just finished taking off the skirt. It was multiple pieces. Let me see how many pieces, because there was short pieces around the legs like this, and then 2 of these short pieces in the front, in between panels. So I think it was like 2 of these in the front. And I was trying to get all of the staples out, and yeah, I might have missed some, so I need to get my husband's magnet, rolling magnet, to make sure I got all of the staples up. So here's my piping cord. So I'm going to reuse this piping, or this cording, to do my piping, because I am going to, where was I going to use the piping? Yeah, I'm going to probably use the piping to go around the edges of the couch and like the front arm that has piping. But I'm not sure if I'll go around the whole bottom perimeter or not. I'll have to see how it looks. But I'm not going to do the pillows. I don't know if I mentioned, but with the pillows, I'm going to do basically a reversed French seam, if that makes sense. It took me, I want to say it took me maybe 2 hours to get this skirt off. I want to say, at least I think that's how much time I was recording. It might have been 2 hours. Hour and a half at the least. So I'm just sliding this piping out. Here's my cording. I think I have another piece up here. Or maybe not. I think that one piece went around the whole perimeter, this piece right here. I thought it was 2 pieces, but I guess this is it. So I'm not sure how much this measures, maybe 3 or 4 yards, I want to say. I'm just going to throw these cardboard tack strips away. I'm trying to get all of the staples out, like I said. So that took me about an hour or 2. It was broken up, that's why I'm saying like about 2 hours. Let me finish taking the tacks out. I'm going to show you a picture of how it looks just without the skirt though. I think the hardest part is taking off the old fabric, and then it's hot in here, so that doesn't make it any better. So here's how it looks now. So you can see it without the skirt. After I take off the bottom piece, I need to take off the back piece. So that's the next piece to come off. Let's go. You should just see I want to show you the bottom piece or the deck. So other than some dirt and a few coins, the deck is pretty stable. Like I said, this is a very well-made couch. So all the springs seem to be intact. Let's get started. So I just took the back part off. Well, it's still hanging on because I need to take the bottom piece off. I need to take this off first, and then I can finish removing the back piece. So that probably took me about an hour, I want to say. This is a tedious process. So I'm going to get this piece off and hopefully be able to reuse this. I don't know if I can save this or not, but I'm going to try. I got the bottom piece off pretty much intact. I had to snatch it off, like I couldn't get the staples off all the way, so, but it didn't seem to damage it too much, so I should be able to reuse this. I started taking the back, or finished taking the skirt off around 4 o'clock today, and it's almost 8 now. I'm working on the back piece now, or I'm back to working on it. I had started it before I took this piece off, so now I'm back to detaching the back piece. It's like 1,000 staples in this thing, but I mean, I like tedious stuff like this. I'm going to keep going with taking this piece off, this back piece. I'm going to at least try and get this back piece off before I call it a night. This is the other tool that I'm using. I don't know what it's called, but I try and use this when it's hard for me to get underneath the staple. Sometimes this works, but it's not really working that much better than this. So here's the back. The back piece is finally removed. The piping is still there. I figured I'd just wait and take it off with the back piece, or what do you call this? The inside back piece. So yeah, that's how it looks. Everything is intact. So the next piece I need to take off is the outside arms. I don't think I'm going to start that tonight. It's been, like I said, I started around 4. It is 8:45 now. So 4.5 to 5 hours it's taking me just to take off the skirt, the bottom, and this back piece. So like I said, it's very time consuming. All of the staples, it's like tons and tons of staples. So this bottom piece of the arm is next. So, and then after that, the video that I watched actually had you number the pieces so you can put them back in the same order or reverse order that you took it apart. So I had that written down. So the next piece is, like I said, the outside arms. Okay, so yeah, the outside arms, and then the inside back. So this piece is next. After I take off the outside arms, and then after I take this piece off, I'll do the inside arms, and then finally the deck piece or the seat piece is number 5. So hopefully I'll get the rest of it taken off by tomorrow. And I still need to go get my supplies, and I only bought 5 yards of fabric, and I'll show you the fabric tomorrow maybe. I bought 5 yards of fabric. When I was at the fabric store, they seemed like they had plenty of fabric, so I'm not too worried about it running out because I didn't measure anything. I just guessed at it. I just guessed we'll start with 5 yards and then go from there. The back piece is, I'm sure that piece is about 2 yards. So here's the back piece. It's not too long, it's just wide. I think the fabric that I got is 45 inches wide, so I'll have to lay it a different way so that I can cut it, or not, I can just cut it in one layer instead of folding it. But anyways, that's essentially how big it is. So I figured with that piece, and then this piece is probably about the same. I might go to the fabric store tomorrow now that I'm thinking about it and get some more fabric. So this, and then for the deck piece, they had this tan fabric, but the video that I watched, I think all of the videos that I watched, they just used the same fabric as the main fabric for the seat. Even though you can't see it, they still use the same fabric, so you don't have to like cut different pieces of fabric or buy different material. That might be an additional 3 yards, I want to say. And then the arms are going to be a yard a piece. So what's that? That's 2 more for this piece. That's 4, 5, 3 for the deck. So that's 8, 9, 10. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get 5 more yards. I want to go ahead and get it. And then that's not even including the pillows. So that's probably going to be an additional 5 yards. So what is that? I can't think. I'm tired now. But I think I need at least 10 more yards. So I think that's probably a total of 15 yards that I need. But we'll see. I'm just going to keep plugging away. Like I said, I think I'm done for today. So I'll see you tomorrow. What's an easier way to get these staples out?
Did you see your staple up down here?
Yeah, I saw it. Thanks, babes.
Because the wall one, you basically hit. You swing it like a hammer.
Okay.
And it it shoots staple.
Okay.
That one called a striker. It's supposed to be stronger.
Oh. So I don't know if you can see this. So this is different. I don't remember anybody in the videos that I watched having this. So I guess there's a different type of metal tack to go around the corners, like this, the curves. So I'm gonna have to find one of these so that I can put this piece around the corner. Because I thought this was actually sewn in one piece. And I guess I could do that, but I don't know if that would work. Like just attach this piece to this piece and sew it, because I think this piece is definitely sewn on. But I don't know if I could actually get this whole piece in one piece. If that makes sense. But I don't know. But let's carry on. This piece of foam is pretty attached to here. Oh, it's stapled on there. So I'm gonna have to just replace this foam. I've been rotating back and forth between this and this tool. This is a staple remover. Here's a fatality. My knuckle, every time my tool slips, I hit my knuckle. So I have like a nice little sore there. I almost have this detached. It is the end of day 2 of my reupholstery project. I'm tired. I started today. It's Saturday, by the way. I started last night. I worked maybe 4 or 5 hours, more like 5 hours. And today I started maybe 1 or 2, I'm not sure. But I started this afternoon, and it's currently a little after 8. It's about 8 o'clock now, and I'm wrapping up day 2 of my project. I'm exhausted. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I did have company. I did take a break, actually. What time did my brother come over? I think he might have came over around 2, and he stayed until maybe around 5 or 6. He went and got us something to eat. So we did have dinner together. So I did take a break to eat. I did get all of the fabric taken off. My padding seems to be in pretty good shape. So I'm going to go tomorrow and get my supplies, the rest of my supplies. I didn't get more fabric today. I said I was going to go pick up some fabric, but I didn't pick it up. I am going to do it tomorrow. I need some more twine, padding. I need a curved needle. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get some more piping. I do have some, and this might be okay. This might be enough. I'm not going to use piping all the way around, so this might be enough. Yeah, so I'm going to call it a night. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to use some of the padding from the old cushion that I had and just stuff it in there. I'm up in my studio now to sew these 2 pieces together. I'm sewing it together. This is the deck piece, and I need a seam, like a seam allowance, to attach the front of the deck to like the springs or whatever you call it. So I cut my pieces, and I'm just going to stitch them together. I did get some upholstery thread, and here's a look at my fabric. So it's kind of like a burgundy color. So I got this upholstery thread. I'm just going to stitch these 2 pieces together, right sides facing. My staple gun is not really working effectively, so I'm going to have to go and run to the Home Depot. I priced some at Walmart. I saw one for like $31, so I want to just go ahead and get an electric one since I might need it in the long term, and it's better for your hands, because once you get started with that staple gun, I know I've used it before on kind of like a long project, and after so long, it's still you're still applying a lot of pressure, and your hand just starts to hurt after a while. And my hands, like my this area right here is already kind of sore because from taking out those staples and putting the pressure to like pick them out. I had to use a lot of pressure. So not getting very far today. Day 3 of my reno, but it's okay. So this piece just really needs to go around here. And then this gets tucked under the cushion right there because I had to take out some staples. I really need to snip it here too at the seam allowance. So apparently the staples that I'm using for my nail gun, my electric nail gun, are too long. The staples I was using are 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna try and use some 1/4 inch staples, but I can't get them today because I believe the stores are closed and I'm exhausted anyway. So that's that on my new staple gun. This is my original staple gun. It's a Stanley, like I was saying yesterday, I believe. It's heavy. And then the staples weren't going in all the way either. But on top of it being heavy and me having to push this lever, which is not easy, my hands would be hurting after stapling 20 staples, and I probably have to do about 100 staples in this couch. And then I think these nails are a bit long as well because this wood is really thick and it's hard wood. So I believe I need some shorter staples for this one also if I were to use that one. And then this is my husband's, and I was using this one also. This one has the same staple lengths as the one that I just got. So they use the same staples, so that's good. I just need to get shorter staples. With this one, it barely goes in. With the electric and this one, they do go in a little bit, but not enough. I'm just gonna call it a night. It's been a long day. It's all about the tools.
It's all about the tools.
That's a wrap on day 3 of demolition. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bro.
food shop again. It would just get annoying.
I think I'm gonna have to recut this. Well, not recut it, but I don't know if you can see. That's some extra fabric here, so I need to cut it slightly, and then it should be okay. I hope. It's like trying to get the grain line to go in the right direction, so it seems like it's going that way. I'll have to fix it. This whole piece is not fitting right. All right. So here's the piece I already did, but I think I'm gonna take it back apart because I'm looking at it now. It really doesn't matter though. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not happy about this side right here, the way it looks. So I did the reverse front seam like I was saying, but this edge right here was just kind of looking a little wonky, but it looks okay. I was gonna recut it because the seam or the grain is going that way on this piece, and then it's going vertical on this piece. But when I look at my chair, when I look at the chair, this chair that I purchased years ago, it's doing the same thing. So the grain is going that way, and then the lines are running that way. So I guess it really doesn't matter. So mine is basically doing the same thing. So I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna do this other one and then see how I like it, and then I might redo this one. I haven't tacked it down all the way. It's tacked down here and here, so I don't have a ton of staples in there yet. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna just leave it. It looks fine, but I didn't like that, the way that corner is not really rounded. And it's gonna bug me, so I might redo it. I did add some more padding here too. It kind of goes out a little bit, if you can see that. So because of the way the piece was fitting, I just added a little of this old cushion that I had, or batting that I had from before.
This is just a process of going from side to side and corner to corner until you get it where you want it. I'm going to go ahead and trim some of this off. We don't really need all of this. It's all going to be inside when the chair is finished.
I'm trying to get this inside back piece on here to fit right. And for some reason, it looks like I don't have enough fabric. Like it's kind of open here. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to do that, to cover that up. I do have a little piece of this arm piece, so I can overlap them like that. I think that's what I need to do. I may have pulled this too tight because now there's like an opening in between the back piece and the arm piece. I'm not sure what to do about that. You can really only see it from certain angles, and when I put the backing on it, you won't be able to tell. So I'm not gonna worry about it. But I guess I could put some cushion. Yeah, even pushing it up like that, pushing it in, so took that gap away. Cool. Crisis averted. All right, I guess I won't pull the other side as tight as I did this one. Hello, it is day, I think it's 5 of my reno. It's not really a reno, I just like saying reno, but my reupholstery project. And I have on the inside back piece, I'm on my second icy hot back pad because my back is sore. Yeah, when I'm pushing through. I am about to work on the outside back piece. My husband is interrupting me. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. Sorry for the noise outside. It's a hot one today, or at least humid. I don't even think it's 70 degrees, but the humidity is really high, so I'm already sweating and I haven't even started. But this is what I'm going to do first. Before I do put in the side arm piece, the outside arm piece, I'm going to put on some of my Flexi tack, it's called. Flexi tack strip. I ordered this on Amazon. So I'm going to pin this down with a piece of this. The outside arm piece is going to go on top of that, so it's gonna kind of cover up this seam right here. It's gonna overlap it. You should be able to cut this with scissors, I believe. But I think I have some utility scissors. So the holes go on this side, like lined up to the edge. That makes sense. I need to cut off this little sharp edge. Totally missed it. I keep missing it. Son of a biscuit. Finally got it. Thought this was going to be easier than the other tack strip. Not so much. Not sure why it's not going in. Like this has to make contact, this piece, before it shoots. And it's like sliding on this metal. So it's not getting in there, in that hole, or where I put it. So it's like it's not reaching the hole, basically. And it's going inside the metal. I'm going to tack this underneath and cut this and tuck it. Then I cut this down a little bit. I just have to tuck it under. So now I need to put the cardboard tack strip here underneath the arm. Here's my cardboard tack strip that I got from Amazon as well. This is 1-inch upholstery tack strip. I'm gonna go cut my fabric. This is piece number, I think, 2. Yeah, I think this is piece 2, and then my last piece is piece 1, and that's the back piece. So I got to do this side and then the other side, and then we'll do the back. So I think I should put this piece on, the cardboard piece, or tack it here before I do this piece around here to do the curved with the metal tack. I almost want to just use some tacks. This is not working out. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I have any flat thumbtacks. Now the other side.
Now here we are, and it's hot. It's the dead of summer, so a lot of things are really
It's looking good. So this is the last piece that I have left. I need to go and make some piping to go around the whole edge of it. Then I'll cut out the last piece for the actual pouch. Of course, I have 6 pillows cases to do, but as long as this is done, I'm super excited. All right. Okay, so I have my piping finished. So now I'm going to start applying this to the edge of the back. I'm going to clip this little piece of fabric here. This is a little bulky. So I lined up my back piece with this inside back piece. Has a couple inches off to the side so I can tuck under. I have these tack strips. These are the metal tack strips that I got from Amazon. That's how it looks. These are maybe 12 inches a piece. Trying to get a crease so I can line it up. So I'm going to put it on the crease, or right like inside the crease. And I want it to go as far up in this crease as possible. And I'm just going to gently push it into the fabric. And I'll flip it to see where it sits. Seems like that's in a good place. But before I nail it down, I'm going to put my second one in. I might have to cut this one. Yeah. It's kind of sloped, so this should, yeah, has a little bend in it. I'm just going to butt it right up to the one that's in there. Just flipping the sharp corner. I'm gonna snip this extra fabric so it lays a little flatter, neater. I hope. And just tuck that extra fabric in there. And looks pretty good. Fabric is coming out of place. Here goes nothing. Right. I'm gonna go to the other side before I really nail it all the way in. So here it is so far. All I need to do now is put the dust cover on the bottom. I'm gonna need to tack this with a nail because that strip is not staying. I think it looks good. Put the piping all around the back. I'm not sure I like this bubbling. It's not like as smooth as I had wanted it. And I put a ton of tacks in. I'm not sure what I could have done differently. Maybe not pull it as tight. Maybe. I don't know. But I think it looks pretty good for my first go round, right? All right. Now I'm going to put the dust cover on. Actually, I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow. And then I might start on the pillows tonight, or at least make one. But that's how she's looking. So here's my finished product. It took me maybe a little over a week, about 20 yards of fabric. These pillow covers here, they weren't the easiest to make. So I bought these pillow covers, the ones on the ends, from Hobby Lobby. They actually have pillow covers already made up. So I saw these and they look similar to some of the design on the rug that we have here. So I went with these, and I think they mesh well with this whole look. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.